So these are the number of books you have to read to pass your entrance exams. Hi guys, this is another video for you guys, and it's not going to be a Q&A. It's going to be quite different from all the other ones we've been shooting. First, it's because it's not a Q&A, it's because we ran out of questions, and second, Hamza's not in this video. It's a Sunday and he doesn't live with me, so yeah, it's me today by myself. But the reason number one to why this phase is really hard is the uncertainty. Let me explain on this uncertainty. Okay, so you're boarding. Okay, I'm gonna be first of all, I'm gonna be referring to A-levels and inter as one thing, and that's board. Okay, so your board exams. So you're done with your board exams. Your parents throughout your life, they're like, okay, study well in school, get good grades, and your life will be set. You'll have a good future, and you get money, and your life would be set, right? But that's all a lie. Okay, I'm not trying to discourage you guys, but I'm just telling you the reality of what you are to face and what actually happens. Okay, so you finish your board results, you finish your board exams, okay, and you're like, okay, now what? What am I preparing for? Like, what do I do now? Okay, so your entry exams, they take place at the end of the year. If you're going for government university, they're taking place at the end of the year, and you finish your board exams like what, mid-year, May, June, March, April. You finish it during this time. So after that, you're just confused on what you are to do. Okay, if you're in medical, your entrance exams are gonna take place at the end of the year. Whereas your engineering and your business counterparts, your other friends, they're gonna be done with the entrance exam, and they're gonna be admitted into a university, and they're gonna be done with even the first semester while you're still preparing for your entrance exam. So you're gonna see them on Facebook and all the social media on how fun they're having, the new friends they're making, while you're at home studying for an entrance exam. Like that honestly is really, really tough. Like, I can't explain it to you how tough that's gonna be. Okay, all that confusion and uncertainty. And on top of that, there's also uncertainty in the fact that you don't know what comes on the entrance exam. Okay, you have no idea. So suppose if you're talking about the Dow and SMC entrance exam, we don't even know if NTS is going to take it this year. We don't know if HEC is going to take it this year. We have no idea whether to study A-levels or inter, whether we study red spot or the inter past papers. You have no idea on what to study, right? So that's uncertainty. For A-level students, I myself did A-level students, you have uncertainty in the fact that you're going to be studying the inter-board, and we've never ever studied that in our lives. And it's totally different from what we're used to. So yeah, that's uncertainty. Okay, so that was uncertainty. Another problem, okay, this is specifically for A-level students, I guess, because, okay, so for all the students of other boards, just like wait. Okay, so another thing A-level students suffer about, obviously, it's like the difference in syllabus, and like, okay, it's just a lot. We're gonna have to study. There's a lot of things we did that's in the interboard that A-level students never studied in their lives. So it's like, okay, so basically think it as this in order to explain you what you're gonna have to cover. So obviously, like A-level, you have A-levels for 2 years, AS and A2. And just like that, interboard is also for 2 years. You have first year and second year. Okay, so there are a lot of things that don't overlap. So you're gonna have to, so yeah, well, after like June or something, you have June, and the entrance exams for the government universities, they usually take place in October, November. So you have like 5 months to cover what they've studied in 2 years. Like, you just get, that's a lot, right? Okay, and yeah, so you have like uncertainty on, is this important? Do I have to memorize this? And all of that. You're confused. Okay, is this important? Yeah. And you have to understand all of that. So if you don't even join an institute, you're gonna have to explain that to yourself. You're gonna have to understand all of that by yourself. So yeah, that's confusing and that's hard. This is an A-levels book, right? It has color. Like, this is your textbook. It has colors, and like, it's nice. The paper quality is nice. It's colorful. Yeah. Okay. And then this is the inter book. It's black and white. and it's very, the syllabus is very outdated as well. Okay, another aspect is, you know how you have one periodic table, and then so you had many periodic table that led to the current one we have. So in the interbook, in the interboard, we had to study all the other the periodic tables that were made before the ones we have now. So like we had like 3 periodic tables, their different characteristics and stuff like that. So like I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So I know this is like petty issue, I know it's not much of a big deal, but then it's just that when you have to sit down and actually study this 8 hours a day, it's different from what you're used to. So like adjusting to that, that's a whole difficult process. And you're just like, while you're studying, like studying itself is not a fun task, we all know that. Okay, and then studying textbooks like these, which has no color, and then when you're studying it, you're like, okay, why am I studying this? Like this isn't even like relevant now. Okay, I know you go through all of that, so like that's one difficulty you're gonna have to mentally prepare yourself for. Okay, like I'm not trying to talk bad on Interboard or anything. It's just like this is the reality of the situation. This is something I went through, and this is what A-level students go through. I'm not saying that A-level students are superior or anything, that we have better textbooks. Don't take it the wrong way. I'm just saying that this is not something we're used to. Okay, so that's one difficulty you're gonna go through. Everyone's gonna face is the lack of pressure. Okay, let me explain. So you know how your board exams, your whole school, everyone is preparing for it. Your friends are, your parents are like, okay, study for your board exams, and like the whole atmosphere is there so that you could study for board results, right? And you're going to school or you're doing past papers and you're preparing. Whereas for the entrance exam, there is no direct pressure. As in, your parents won't force you. Your parents, seeing that you've studied for your board exams really hard, so they won't exactly force you. They already know that you've studied really hard. Okay, and on top of that, your entrance exam is like 5 months away, and you're like, do I really even want to do medicine that much that I'm gonna force myself to study a completely different syllabus, which was covered in 2 years to be covered in a few months? Do you think I'm smart enough? You're like, okay, all your other friends, they're gonna be chilling with their new friends, and they're gonna be going abroad, or they're gonna be traveling, whereas you have to study for the entrance exam. It's like you're just gonna slack off. You don't have enough pressure. You don't even have enough motive to actually study for these entrance exams. It just gets really hard. Like you really have to get in the zone. You know, you have to like sacrifice everything. You really have to like cut down on fun. Okay, it was difficult for us because after our board exams we had Ramzan right after, and during Ramzan, when you can't eat and drink, it gets much harder to study. You're gonna get sleepy, you're gonna end up sleeping and stuff like that. You see, so I hope you guys understand what I mean by the lack of pressure. It just gets really hard. Like nobody's forcing you. It's just your passion, it's your determination, and your will to actually get inside a medical university. Like that's the only thing that actually keeps you going, and that's not like something you can easily develop. Okay, so let me tell you a funny thing. So during my preparation phase, in order to get myself in the zone, I shaved my head off. Like that's what I did. Like I shaved it off. I also believe that if I shave my head off, less blood will go into my hair growth, and it would go to my brain more, so that would help me memorize more. I know that's stupidity. I learned that after like going into med school, but that's what I believed before med school. Yeah, so like these are like, okay, so you really have to get yourself in the zone, and like we could make videos on this later on how to get in the zone and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, like these are the 3 things for now which I could come up with right now, which are the difficulties I faced. Yeah, and I know, yeah, like in this video all I did was just throw like a lot of problems at you, but let me tell you, we'll make different videos on like how to solve these later. Yeah, so these are just some of the problems you guys are going to face, and we'll give you the solutions in other videos. But in order for you guys to get these other videos, you guys are going to have to subscribe and share and stuff, because we're not growing fast enough. So yeah, that's your duty. Okay, so wait, bye.